Hey, welcome back. It's Jason Coleman, mortgage broker, Price Mortgage. Today, I've got some interesting topics to talk about. First, we're going to start out with Geico. Geico has closed 38 offices, not just 38 offices, but all 38 offices in California. Now, I keep saying that California is like the worst possible state, maybe next to Illinois. I mean, look at the property taxes in both places. And look at the, government going on over there. Permanent moratorium for renters. I mean, the stuff that's going on there. If you're a landlord and you're going to sell your home, you have to give the government first right of refusal to buy your place. That just doesn't seem right to me. And now they're going out proposing that hotels take in all the homeless. What's that going to do for hotels if they take in the homeless, with subsidies to their guests? What are their guests going to do when they're surrounded by homeless? Typically, when I go stay at a hotel, I want to be at a safe place that's clean and, and has other, people like me in there vacationing. So that was interesting to me. Not only are they closing all 38 offices in California, but they're laying off hundreds of employees, hundreds. Now the layoffs continue, as I mentioned on my Facebook, that Loan Depot is exiting the wholesale business, meaning they'll no longer be funding the brokers' loans, right? Well, we weren't very happy with the processes that we went through with Loan Depot. I'm going to just start out with that. Not a lot of happy campers when dealing with Loan Depot. But also their call centers, they've laid off thousands of, call center employees. I'm going to call them loan officers, but it is what it is. So it's just a product of what's going on right now. Transactions, we're having a crash in transactions. ABC News 15 here in Phoenix is reporting a 9.6% drop in prices. Yes, a drop in prices in Maricopa County. So that was just from June to July. That's huge. 9.6, that's almost 10%. So if you had bought a $600,000 home, let's think about this, and put down 5% in June, well, 30 days later, you would be upside down 4.6% potentially. So I know every little neighborhood's different. It's every little street is different. So depending on if you're on the busy part of the street or if you're in the cul-de-sac with the bigger lot, the values are going to differ. And so is the desirability of that property. Let's talk about the IRS. So 87,000 more IRS agents coming to the market so they can check out your Venmo and see that you emailed or you sent your sister $200 for payback of the hotel or whatever. Is she going to get taxed on that $200 or is it just $600 and over? What if we went in together on an Airbnb and I'm just sending her, $700 for the week for my part of our family, and now they're going to go after her and tax her for that $700? Why did they just buy $700,000 worth of ammunition? The IRS, really? They have automatic machine guns, automatic assault weapons, and the government's calling for a ban on assault weapons for the American people, and yet they're arming the IRS to the teeth. I mean, what is this world coming to? FBI raids the home of Project Veritas over a diary? That was a year ago. And now they're raiding the 45th president's home over some boxes? Really? I mean, this should scare the living daylights out of every single American. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. When they start weaponizing the FBI for their own personal political agenda, we're in trouble. Absolute trouble. I think this is probably going to help President Trump, secure more votes come 2024 if he decides to run. I think this is absolutely the Democrats running scared, and I hate to get political, but at the end of the day, this has me concerned, extremely concerned. So they say there's been more accidental discharges by the IRS agents than there's actually been use for the IRS agents to be using their guns and ammunition. It's just crazy. I think probably they're afraid that people are going to come after them, not necessarily they're going to come knocking on your door with, threatening to collect money with their guns. So I think there's going to be some very pissed off people, and maybe that's why they're buying $700,000 worth of ammunition. And they get it a lot cheaper than we might get it at because they're buying bulk, better connections or whatever. So they're not paying $1 per round. They're probably paying 20 cents per round. Just ridiculous. The layoffs are big and they're wide, and the drop in pricing, you can look at it as, celebrating or whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm excited because I've had a hard time getting buyers qualified to buy homes. Back in 2019, let's say if you worked at an Amazon and you made $25 an hour, I could get you into a home. Yeah, if you were one income, I could get you into a home. There were homes out there for $225,000, and you could qualify if you didn't have any other debts. But now, homes in the mid threes and the fours. You better have a spouse that's working and make quite a bit of money. So something has to give, and I think it's got to be prices. And so even though you posted that Dave Ramsey said prices will not come down, well, it's obvious you were wrong for sharing Dave Ramsey's information, and Dave Ramsey was wrong, and he's not going to come out and admit it, but you need to come out and admit that you were wrong for sharing that bad piece of advice. We're not here to try and sell people to buy homes. We're here to try and help them understand how to buy homes, not sell them that this is the best time to buy. That's not what we're here for. We're here to assist them and educate them in how to buy a home, how to not be house poor, and how to live and grow your equity, not to put them in a bad position. And so that's why I'm excited to show you that home prices are coming down. I'm excited to show you the numbers that were over 19,000 listings here in Maricopa County when just 4 or 5 months ago we were only at 3,000 or 4,000. That's exciting news to me. I think that the more houses that come to market, the longer they sit, the more price drops we have, the better it is for everyone. Now, yes, I am going to personally lose equity in my home. It doesn't really matter until I want to sell. And frankly, I don't want to sell. I love my home. So I hope you love your home too. And I hope that when you get an opportunity or want to refinance or purchase a home, that you'll reach out to me and consult with me on, debt to income ratio, savings, and how it's going to work for you. I still think we need to wait a little bit more time. I think August is going to be absolutely a wreck in real estate. And I laugh because, I'm bearing the brunt of it. It's part of my income, but it is what it is. Good times never last, bad times never last. And we just need to work through it and find ways to get through it. So I appreciate your time. I appreciate you watching. I hope you found some value in this video. If you do, please like and subscribe. And until next time,